and we're going to do this here. We're going to do that. Then we're going to do this. Then we're going to do that. And then we're going to do this and that. Nice. Dylan, CR Trading. Alrighty. What else we got? Ab. Hey, Dividend Stock Talks asking me to be here. Insight 101, Skydog, Chase and Jack. Love the music. Cool beans. Thank you. They cloned Drew. Mike Spencer, easy money. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by simple, safe, predictable, consistent. Today with my Coles share. Way to go. Hey, you never know. You got an intuition inside telling you to do something. Well, do it. I'm glad it worked out for you. That being said, let's take a look at what you guys want to see. Now, I would prefer you only give me companies that you know have basis, or sit in front of my computer staring at this all day. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not sitting in front of a computer watching the screen all day. So, Simone, how's it going? Nice to see you here, Simone. Ready to go? So, that being said, let's take a look at some stuff. Let's the money, and you have to sell. Tara Duckus to the dumpster. All right, whatever. Are you interested in IPOs? Nope, I don't do IPOs either. I'm looking for companies that have been in business and have been profitable for a minimum of 2 decades. IPO does not fit. 2 decades of consistent profitability is what I'm looking for. So we're at 81.60, whatever premium they're offering me on the 82, because the 82 is going to be the closest. Okay, score 81.61. So the closest strike price, let's move this over so you can see it better. Strike price is going to be the 82. Well, for this week, it's only for 61 bucks per contract. Well, next week, it's going for 227. Well, that's a hell of a lot better of a deal. 227, because that's 2.5%. If I did 2%, well, that makes more sense. Simone, Coles got out of control. Do you know what happened? A lot of you guys over there. Elegance Limo. Holy Cat. Professor B. It's not Monday and Tuesday are already gone. 20%. Pillar go up so much. They squeezed Coles this morning all the way to 19. Well, there's nothing wrong with that at all, Jack. Think about it. Kind of makes sense. You have the money and the power to do something. Well, you can do that if that's what you want. Okay, if you want to be in, how often do you get invited to that party? Think about it. They give you a call, say, hey, we're going to do a squeeze. You want to join in? See, some people get invited to that kind of a party, and the most of them don't. So I'm not going to pretend that I get invited to that kind of stuff. So I just go, just my opinion. Alexa, off. It's just the way I think of it. You know, if it works, leave it alone. What stocks did you buy this week? Oh, what did I buy this week? Hold on. This was what's on the list for this week. Kinder Morgan, Bristol Myers Squibb, American Eagle Outfitters, TSL. Now, for some strange reason, TSL never makes my list because it's not something I normally do. But AA. Did we look at Micron? Well, let's look at Micron in a little bit. Devon Energy, got some of that. Intel, Siri, FCX, button. I hate when that happens. So Caterpillar today. Or yesterday, for that matter. Pony AI, yeah, no. But I was able to make a 4. Hey everyone, user 96 glass. Let's move it over. Week 13, right? Okay, so week I average over 1% every week. Look, 2.4, 1.4, 1.3, 3.6, 3.8. The running tally so far off at 20. I think 20 the last 4 weeks I got to finish doing. So 27 we are now. But here's the running at the half of the quarter. Oh, sorry, the third quarter. So those numbers right 3 now. So what was that? 31, 5, 26, 27, 27, something. Let's get out of there. We don't need to see that. My rules out. That is with something that is predictable and AT&T, Visa, MasterCard, Home Depot, Lowe's, what do they call that? Yield. If you do weekly options against, and I know some people don't agree with weekly options, but here's the thing, a covered call is one that's risky. Well, they're risky if you don't understand them. Now, I can say shoveling snow is risky if you don't know how to do it. If you like the idea of a consistent, open up your eyes and open up to the possibility that there could be something out there that's simple, safe, and easy. Okay, Eagle, we got that. We answered that question for you. Uh-oh, what happened there? How many counts in total? I get 7 at the moment. I'm supposed to be picking up count number 8. Just a 395. Did you see Coles today? No. Believe it or not, I turn my computer on this because you think just because I trade stocks that I'm in front of my computer all day. No. 10 or 15 minutes. Well, the morning trading group usually takes about an hour at my computer. Jose, that's Lisa B, how are you today? Good job, thank you. That's pretty consistent. Thank you, Luis. Follow your channel. Thank you. Woes are great. W-O's. Woes are great. Oh, woe is me. No, wrong woe. Greetings from Portugal. Bruno, back again. How are you today? Bitcoin. And I am losing sense to me. No, one up. I'm not going to buy coins. I don't do crypto. Mindy, could IBM, any stock that has weekly options can be traded weekly? It's a good expression. If the time. Like, however you want to look at it, whatever your death, but we're all on our own journey. You have a beginning, a middle, and an end. How do you want it to look? Because we're the only species on this planet that's got to pay to be here. So, what are you doing with your money? You got to do something with it. And when you get to my age, when you get to retirement, you got 2 choices, and the 2 choices would be, number 1, invest the money yourself, learn how to do it. Take your responsibility. Do it yourself or give it to someone. I don't think anybody has more interest in your money than you. So why would you give up accountability of your money to someone else that doesn't? It appears the meme traders got their hands on it today. Yeah, they probably did. The 1450 strikes on Coles Premium is up to close to 12%. Well, that's awesome. It does on a normal everyday basis. Okay, I bought it at 22, slowly worked down to about $6 or $8, somewhere in that area. And bulls make money. Bears, don't be so greedy consistently. What is you're trying to do? Whatever goal you're trying to get, if it doesn't fit, don't. You should have buy something and never sell it. Well, it's not a profit. Hey, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything until taking a ride. Because it jumped up until taking a ride. Because it jumped up nicely today. So running for safety, taking the profits and running. And running for safety, taking the profits and running. And then you're going to have a bunch of people that says, no, I'm going to hold on to this. I want to take a ride all the way to the top. Well, where's the top? So as high as it goes, wherever that is. And then as she falls back down the other side, they'll probably just take it for the ride down the other side too. So it's not a profit till you take it. Looks like you are retired from 9 to 5, but still work on your business. Well, actually, it's not a business. It's just a hobby. But it's getting to a point where the hobby is so congested, okay, that I might have to turn it into a business. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. Oh my God, Jojo, I can't believe somebody actually said that. If it doesn't fit, you have to quit. That's terrible. Terrible. Tennessee, cool beans. Uh-oh. question there. Wow. All right. Nettie, can you buy and sell stocks same day and still receive dividends? No. Because a dividend, you have to buy it before the EX date. Now there's 4 dates. Well, hold on. If we're gonna do that, we might as well jump with both feet, do the whole thing. So dividends and the EX date. So if Nettie, hey, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk. We had a great announcement date. We made second date. What am I doing? No, going the wrong way. Challenged, I tell ya. Okay. Date number 2 is the EX dividend with these little green dots. Okay, those little green dots represents companies that have consistently increased their dividends. 25 years. This is the name of the list. 25 years old plus dividends. All these companies, green dots. Now, if I want to get the dividend on any, so date 1, announcement. Date number 3, registered owner of the EX date, and you have to own it. Payment date, EX. Okay, so if you want to collect the dividend, you have to buy it. CNC, Ron, what is CNC? Now, I know a CNC machine is one of those machines that cuts with a jet of water through steel and aluminum and whatnot. To here, let's go back to here, and let's see here. Is it actually something? Is it? Centiny Corp, right? What is that? What did they? Oh, here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Okay, so what are we looking at? Let's try it one more time. What are we looking at? There we go. Now we can see the whole thing. So look at the big drop here. What is so appealing about that? I've never heard of the company, but let's zoom in a little bit closer. There we go. 30 days ago, it would be right here. Now, it looks, well, there's your 30-day high. We can tell that one. Big drop. Now, I like big drops for one reason and one reason only. The bottom, which it looks like it did yesterday. So zoom in a little bit closer. It did. Yesterday is the bottom. Now, this could be the bottom of the year, the bottom of the century. I really don't know because I really don't know who the company is. But it is the bottom yesterday. But we only have one day to the upside. I like 2 days to the upside. Thursday. Okay, so it's catch up. Okay, and Grizzle, thank you for that, brother. All right, so that being said, it is what it is. They squeezed coals. All right, said it is what it is. They squeezed coals. All right, I suppose I'm not going to get away from this coal to 10. I suppose I'm not going to get away from this coal to 10 before this. See, the only thing that means to me is look at the volume. The volume like 10 times. See, the volume's like the made most money that day. The market maker did. Well, let me show you. You're going to love this. You are going to love. Well, let me show you. You're going to love this. You are going to love it. Net maker makes his money the same way the grocery store. You know, the corner store. 7-Eleven, Quick Stop, Quickie Mart, Circle K, whatever store you have right around the corner. You know, you walk right out the house and there's a store right there. They call it the corner store. We all know what a corner store is. Knock it off. The corner store. The guy who owns it, let's call him the market maker. I'll sell it to you for $3.50. So he makes 50 cents. The difference between the bid and the ask is the same. So you 1, 2, or 3 pennies for this equation. Look at what we're looking. Okay, month of May 4th, all the way there, all the way to today. Look at the little tiny blue. How many shares are traded on an average basis? Well, let's find out. Well, on an average basis, 7 million shares a day. See, that's what it is on average. About 7 million shares on average. Okay, so let's get out our calculator. You're going to like this. You ready? Calculate. 2 share. 0, 2. That's too bright. Let's not do that. By 7 million. Okay, so No, that's 20 cents. Wait, multiply by 7 million. Okay, so on average, the market maker makes about $140,000 a day. That's the market maker. What does he do? Well, he's the guy behind the cash register. Okay, so he's got the milkman in the back saying, hey, buddy, I got a case of milk for you. Great, put it in the fridge. And you got 4 customers saying, hey, I have $40,000 a day. Now, you may think that's wonderful, but it's not that easy to be a market maker, and it costs an awful lot for that privilege. Okay, you gotta be certified, I believe, and you have to put in a certain amount of years. It's not that easy. Last time, but on average, 140 million. Sorry, 140,000. So how many shares traded today? Think about it. How many shares traded today? So let's get rid of that. So right there. So let's do that math again. All right, let's do that math again. Okay, 2.02 multiplied by 9, 4.18 million. So normally he makes 140,000 a day. 140,000 a day. Today, selling. So where did it come from? One, okay? No, it wasn't a push. It wasn't any of that. You got to remember, one person controls the opening price of the day. One person. Okay, so what was the opening price today? Okay, look at these little tiny numbers right here. Okay, D is the date, O is the opening price, H is the high, L is the low, C is the close, R is the range, and Y, I have no idea what the hell that is. It says 16.15. What the hell does that mean? I have no idea. Who did that? But I do know one thing, that's the market maker. So no, investors didn't push that number up there. The market maker put it up there. He put it up there, and the market said, oh, hell no. The market maker pushed it still kind of high. But still. Yeah, the market maker pushed it up for some reason. Maybe he got some news that there was a buyout coming out. Maybe it was some news that that some strange earnings report. I don't know. What about good work? Okay, open source, agriculture, good beans, urban, all over the screen. Okay, thank you. Could IBM be traded all week? I did buy some IBM this week because the numbers looked really good. Now, normally I don't buy at the high, but guess what? The high was a couple into it. But before we do, remember, 3 to 4 seconds should be all it takes to look at a stock. Okay, what 5 things? You ready? High, low, where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, down. Now that is overly simplified. But for the time for what do you call it? To get things moving, 96, 280, going for $8 and $8.85. So if $1 is 1%, 1% of $2.82. That's 1%. So $2, that's for 3 days. See? 3 days. 25th July, 3 days. But if we go to next week, then we have 10 days. Well, the 280, 250 is going for, do this week. This week is better shot this week. Anyway, it's always a numbers game. See, the chart looks good. The numbers look good. So let's dive a little deeper into the chart. But it did on Monday. This is what. All right, so bottom of the year, 180, 181. Top of the year at 296.46. Okay, your 30-day bottom at 2 increase. It was the bottom. Monday, it's a down day, but it opened higher. Now, that's my rule for me. Okay, you jump in if she opens up higher. Well, on Friday, she closed at 285. Well, look at Monday, the very next day. Monday, 286. So I own it at 285. Now it's down to 281. So you guys have been asking over and over and over again, well, what happens when the stock goes down? Yeah, what? The stock goes down. That's what happens. Stocks go up, stocks go down. What did you think was going to happen? It got 2 ways to go. That's it. Well, let's call it 3 ways. Okay, well, actually, it's only two ways because going nowhere means it goes down. All right, so I bought it at 285. Let's just say I own 500 shares. I still own. I sold on Monday, and it was a nice premium. So if on Friday it's below 285, well, I will still collect that 1 or 2% that it gave me on Monday. And next Monday, I'll be looking at what next strike price to sell. Because next week, I don't have to buy the stock again. I already own it. Look at that. Hit the 60. That's over 2.5%. And you can go out further and further and further, and it's still giving me a nice premium, no matter how far distant I get out of the money, which is hopeful. What happens when the stock goes down? Pull this back. All right, so what do you think? Look, up, down, 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 up, down. I can do this all day long. That's all they do. It goes up, it goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all it does. So, yeah, I bought it a couple of days ago, 285. Now it's at 281. Big deal. So if she does come, then IBM increases their dividend single week. Every single position in my, each and every single one has stocks in it. Every single stock in every single account has a weekly option against it. Because that's what I'm looking for. Weekly cash flow. Safely, predictably, consistently. All right. Next, enough of the soapbox. Okay, we just did IBM. Are there any stocks where you can get in it? Get no sense. That's not how you look at it and how you're categorizing it. Because here's the thing. 81. I'm getting on the time it does. Get ready. Getty spaghetti. The thing was less than $1. Now it's coming back down. Time to be looking at buying. But RGTI, I'm going to say no for me. Okay, Netty, the owners of the stock. Okay, Netty, the owners of the stock at EX date gets the dividend. Okay. If you sell before the EX date. If you sell it before the EX date, Netty, whoever owns the stock on the date of record is the one who's getting the dividend. Just anybody. Yeah, you can sell after the EX date. Just anybody. Yeah, you can sell after the EX date. So you buy it before the EX date, capture the dividend, hold it past the date of record, and then sell it the next day. And then we throw in dividend capturing 2.0. And you have New Jersey, Boston. We park our car in Harvard. Boston. We park our car in Harvard. Look at in a word recession, how in a recession they make consumable products. They make consumable products. Okay. Wells Fargo, they're banking. They're 100 years old. Penny buys and what consistently sells. It's only Tuesday night and my throat's getting sore already. Without selling as a sum. Well, I'm going to agree with you, never selling the red. But can you collect the dividend without selling? Well, not quite sure what you mean by can you collect a dividend without selling as sometime the stock goes down. Well, why would you sell it if you want to collect the dividend and hold on to it? I'm not quite sure if I understand that one. Here we go. You can sell the day after the EX date. You have to sell it after the date of record, which they do change. Ron, we already looked at CNC. Already looked at it. Yeah, I know what it is. Centini, whatever. Yeah, I know what it is. Centini, whatever. We already looked at it. Never a good sign. September 17th. We already looked at it. Never a good sign. September 17th. I do weekly. If I can get 52. I didn't go to college, but I do know 52 is better than 12. Well, that's in context also. It depends what you're looking at. Big Bill got him looking for it to go back up. I have no idea who Big Bill is. Stocks do that. Take a look. Big gap down. Why? Now, not just the market maker pushed it down, okay? But then the market, you, okay? Market maker drops it about $30, and then the market drops it another $25. Well, this is a good time to be looking at Lockheed Martin. Well, because number one, look at the volume. So something was up with the volume. That's probably an earnings thing. So if you like so keep your eye on it. I'm going to put Lockheed Martin down for another update. I usually don't buy stuff on a Friday. Okay, but Monday, yeah, I'm going to put Lockheed Martin down for Monday. And we'll take a gander at it next week. Hey, I bought 3 contacts of from me. If you're younger than 30, invest in the S&P or a growth stock, and then later put that money into it, if you don't mind. Okay? In your humble opinion, I missed the goats. Okay, right there. 20 years. And I don't know if any or can allow you. Ain't going to work for me, I can tell you that much. Andrea, I think Little Coles was, drizzle, cool beans. I missed something. Okay, Andrea, I think Little Coles was part of this hop. I have no idea what hop means, Andrea. I think Little Coles was part of this hop. I don't know. You have to fill me in on that one. Randall Ray, thank you. Drizzle, thank you. Sergio Joe. Here we go. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so it is going to the upside. It is an upward trend. Okay, one or the other. The 59 is going for 47. No. The 60 is going for 19. No. How about next week? 59, 141? Yeah. Might be a little bit more 9. Alrighty. Oh, no, he's saying 60. He's saying 1.4%. All right, well, look at the last 30 days. Pulls back, new bottom, now for. What is this for this week? No, this week. One contract is, and 1 August, 10 days left before this to open. 2 orders, stock, option, calculator. Now rate of return, we take the calculator and then we divide it by 52. It's a little incorrect. Drizzle, woohoo! You ask yourself, and number one, now an additional 50 cents, and the 50 cents also not bad. Well, Altria has been in business. W. Woodhouse up to 21 at 1A out to cap. Woodhouse. Up to 21 at 1A out to cap. Let's go back. All right, now I've had this issue Monday, 18th. Okay. The opening Monday, 18th. Okay. The opening at 9 1 or 2% from the maybe once every 2 years. Yeah, but see, my going for my bet that Kohl's is not, but this is the one that goes through the roof, and this is one you're unhappy about. Well, I understand you're unhappy. I do, seriously, because I'm in the same boat. Okay, I'm in it. Down here at the $8 era, consistent. It's got nothing. Stock was at 9, now it's at 14. About that. Did this before. This is a year and a half, and the one you cannot have it when you're in. You cannot have it when you're invested at a certain price. Let me do it again with another. You can't get stock appreciation. Not all my picks, because it looks like your what do you call it? Your method for picking is good. 4 hours buying and selling. Well, all right. But all my picks not last month have done that. I'm picking up. Oh, I'm not complaining. Well, I'm glad you're not complaining. But some people do. Okay, even some people in the market in the trading group. Okay, they want to do the same thing. Stock jumps up. Ooh, can't I sell it and take that appreciation? No, you can't, because as the stock price goes up, so does the option price. So once you sell an option, if the stock jumps like this, well, you have to buy that option back and then try to sell. Stock market have already thought about that. Well, if the option shiny, no. 36, I think it was 3 days. What else do we have over here? Hello? Accent, New Jersey, no. What do you think about isolate my stocks by the calendar? Okay, let me briefly explain. Okay? The calendar. We got ESS, which is Exxon, Esson, I don't know, so it's a oil and gas company. Illinois Tool Works and Cool in Newport, all in the same week. I don't know what they do. Real estate, machinery, all totally different. Is the company profitable? Because just before the stock increases in value based on a known event, unknown events like up, okay, but a summer vacation, Thanksgiving times of the year affect stocks have their dividend coming up because you have a little bit of an edge, right? You have a good idea where it's going to go. Alrighty, alright, where are we now? George double earlier today contracts. Well, see, now Tommy, most people by saying the wrong words to your broker, okay? Because if you say I want to buy some stocks, or I want to buy some options, I don't buy them, I sell them. There's a big difference between buying and selling. J-Man, Amazon, AMZN, yeah, they don't have dividends at all, brother. Okay, why would I, a dividend investor, look at a stock that has no dividends? If I invest in $1,000, how much will I make? Hold that thought. Is the reason for 7 accounts just protect from the government or broker going out of business? Both. Did you like that? Both. I don't trust the government as far as I can throw them. I already rolled my calls last week. If somebody wants to buy me out, well, they can if they want, but they didn't. So my assumption is, okay, so okay, another crazy guy. Nope. Thank you. Amazon stock. J-Man. Oops, we're on the wrong. Okay, it's going to be a no anyway. Here's your high. Here's your low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Down, up. Down, up. Okay? 30 days. Follow my page. Tell Team Vicky not to follow my page. Okay. MB Bubra. Mbubra? HM. Oh, how much weekly basis? Why? As yesterday, maybe by the end of the week or by the beginning of next week, this might be a good opportunity. Well, because it's at the bottom. Well, stocks go down until they're done. Once they are done, they now go back up of the year. It just can't be done. You cannot. I want 2 days the next day. I don't know. 27.51. The stock. It does. So James, Joe, you're dozens upon dozens of other. Alrighty. No, I don't buy anything at the high. So where were we? CAH. Well, that ought to be interesting. Last couple of weeks. Here's your bottom. I don't want to wait for. So it's still going down. Health for next. And anything else do we got? CZ Parkland. Coal's not a meme, profitable and has massive value in real estate. Go ahead. Me made no 6 cents per share. Are you? All right, Jack. Which being said, I'm cutting out early. Catch.